Down 2-2 and 2-2 forward 2 are things I like to try earlier rather than later, because if I plant the seed that it exists, they might try to duck it and it'll save me from a punish that might happen otherwise. Representing the threat of the mind game so that the mind game is guaranteed to exist rather than always doing the exact safe thing and never planting that seed, you know? Because I used to do it like, why would I take the risk of them ducking it and going high and launching me? Like, Shadow's good enough, he'll know how to do that. But if I don't plant the seed, then he'll always know my down 2 is just a down 2. And then he'll launch me at some point. So it's like, I get way more mental advantage by representing the threat of it and continuing to have that threat exist in his mind than always doing the safe thing and giving him less to think about, you know? If he has to think about, dang, is this down 2? I tried to low parry. Should I keep ducking? Should I not? Oh, I missed a punish. Is a lot more stressful than, oh, he did down 2. I'll just launch him next time, you know? Kind of making your opponent go through more mental hoops than just having a prepared answer they can load up is so strong. If I want to get something explosive, it's going to have to be with locking him down and getting him frustrated, which is kind of Noctis' shtick, right? Like, why would he press or move here? Because I've been locking him down with jabs and down forward ones and stuff, and he wants a way out of it. That is so cheap. Do you guys see that? Look at this. Down forward 1, so he's -1. So he's thinking, oh, I can jab and beat another down forward 1. And then I do it again, and it goes under. How dumb is that? That's so dumb.
Alright, so we coming around to winners finals now.
Yes, sir.
Oh man,
4 remain.
it's getting down the wire now.
So PhiDX with his main character Noctis and Shadow with who knows how far down Ling and Alisa are on his
they JV. They're not varsity.
But still very dangerous. So.
I think he might go Alisa for it. I could be wrong, but he might.
Would it be main reason? One of the main things, like he doesn't want to get uppercutted by Noctis out of
Exactly.
AOP? Is that a thing that happened?
I think Noctis can deal with AOP pretty well. So yeah, the uppercut is one thing, but I do sometimes think that she has to play closer to him, and he has the range to keep her out. I do think Alisa can sometimes play that a little better. She can come in when she wants to. She doesn't need AOP to get in. She can step him really well. Yeah, I think Alisa might be better for it, but who knows? It doesn't mean that Ling is bad for it. I just think Alisa has an easier time with it.
And it's first to 3 also, being winners finals, so keep that in mind as well.
So you can switch if you
Switch
need.
early, not feel bad about it. You got time.
It's gonna be Alisa.
She knows her. She knows her guy.
Yeah, that's the homie. Let's get it.
He's representing you basically.
Yes.
He's like channeling you as his like spirit animal.
You don't know how good
You
that
gotta
is to
send him
feel.
your spirit energy.
Dude, when he's been playing these characters, I'm like, yes.
You learn anything new today from him as well?
That I probably could hold back even more.
He's good at that. He's good at that. He's good at that.
Very much so. His patience is wonderful. Look at the weight.
Wow, what a duck.
Oh,
yes!
Ooh.
duck that.
Nope.
Nah, that wasn't any. You just like it was a good match. That's all it was.
Yeah, I was a big fan.
Not a low
Nice
commit.
flip punish.
That 2-2 has been doing work
He's
though.
been doing it on Shadow.
Yeah, it's really good because if people want to press on the low, he can just do the mid as well. Oh, that was sick.
He said he's so good at placing that move.
Very.
Just do it.
Something about it. I don't.
By the time you see him do the animation, it's like already too late because you're already in the middle of your move. And you just
Like,
see
I
your
just-
life flashing before your eyes. Yep.
Nice low parry combo. He did a chunk. Finished it.
Oh, got hit by it. Okay.
Oh, the whole thing.
Oh,
Double down forward 1.
he's gonna have to start being a little more active.
Oh!
I don't know. I'm not sure what I saw. The down forward forward whip because he
Clean
did some
half-life. Yeah.
so much health. Oh man. Gonna have to do something to get off that wall. I gotta start turning up that Unga, Alisa. Know what I'm saying?
Right now, you need it.
You know what I'm saying? Unga.
Last chance, last stand for Shadow. Like, why didn't he finish that?
Rage drive it too.
I don't know.
Rage drive it. A rage drive probably would have. He was a little too. I think he was a little too passive right there. Like with Alisa, there are some points where you just can't backdash or just use the movement. You have to use more than that because what happens is you're just playing defense the whole time, and it's not. I don't know. You're not as active. But a 4 wakes somebody up real quick. A power crush wakes somebody up real quick. But this is not his main, so I don't expect him to do that stuff. But a power crush would easily wake somebody up.
It seems like Phi is just using the range that Noctis has available to like sort of shut down Shadow's go-to playstyle with the character, which is to like just hang back a lot, annoying pokes, hit and run, whiff punish. But he's just like doing a lot of this 2-2, which is known to have so much range, and he's catching these big down back 1+2s like right on Shadow's kind of like hit and run timing, very far away, and the momentum was just spilling over from situation to situation because of that.
My money was on Power Crush. I was about to ask you if Power Crush was going to work before you said it. Yeah, because he did do standing 4, and it worked. That was like the first big thing that happened for him in the game. But he didn't even really use it that effectively after that moment. Right. So all the good stuff he kind of pulled away from, just stood there and looking at it. I don't know why he did that, but that's kind of overall his style, I guess. But he can switch it up. He's very versatile. He's very...
Yep. I think, yeah, because I think Alisa still works. It's good that he stuck with her, but like more Magic 4, more Power Crush, sidestepping into something, like staying close to him, more Chainsaw, like stay on him. Yeah. Because you also don't want to be too passive if you're gonna do it. Nice duck.
What a duck. To the wall, clean.
No, these wall combos, Jesus.
Noctis is pretty scary at the wall as well. A lot of characters are.
Very.
Big life lead built up. Shadow trying to make it up with the lows.
Oh, what? Wait, what did that happen? Oh, there it is.
Oh, no. Too far even for that.
I don't know what to tell you about that. All right. A little bit even. He could do the low. I'm seeing it. 4.
You really should just be chilling to get that rage drive off. What a block.
It's just in Alisa to just you want to do down back.
That was pretty greedy.
Nice conversion.
New wall carry.
Love it. Love it. Nice, Shoe Shine.
A lot of lows coming out.
He did the thing.
This is a huge deficit. Can Phi make it up?
Oh god. That was a... Yeah, I see why he did it. But it's not that kind of pushback move, I don't think.
Is it fast enough?
I don't think so. I've tried it before. It doesn't really work.
Maybe 1 frame too slow?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've tried it. I've practiced it. It doesn't really work. And maybe they're mashing after, but I don't think.
Yeah, I think with all that pushback, it probably gets there on like a later active frame. So.
Right. Exactly. All right, he's being kind of passive, trying to find an opening, but don't want to get pushed to the wall because, you know, Noctis and wall stuff, as Anakin was saying.
He wants this wall pressure. He wants to push him towards the Shadow.
Oh, you know he does! You know! It's just... Noctis is so... There it is!
Super YOLO dumper. Big overextension. Shadow's going to capitalize.
Yes! Shoe Shine, come on! Alright! Okay!
Poke him down.
Alisa Nation, let's do it.
It's not too big of a mountain to climb. Just get these 2 rounds. If he needs to adjust, though.
Nice block! Oh my god, what was that?
It was tip range. So cheap.
Duck and stood up and punished.
Tip range like -8 or something.
So it's... Yeah, so I guess that's why I traded, huh? Wow, that was...
Or maybe even... I don't even know the frames, but it's not punishable, that's for sure.
No, it is not. Ooh, nice.
This should reach easy. And he'll take it down through.
Oh, it is gonna... Yeah, so now he's that wall.
And make him guess. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Good.
That's a really nice option to finish with after the tailspin.
Delayed the mix-up, though. Super smart. Finished it.
What?
Oh.
Why? Can somebody explain why that's like that?
It's not punishable, but
Gotcha.
he's not ducking the second hit. Oh, big opportunity.
Oh man.
Big opportunity. What's the floor break stuff? What? Great drive. He's
Now he's gonna just wait. Oh, he used
Force
it.
the mix. Force the mix. What a bait. What a bait.
No.
Wait, speaking of steal?
Nice. Oh.
He could have got a better punish than that.
That crouching thing that you get, right? Yeah. Or
Both
whatever that
times.
was.
So he should have punished the power crush harder, and he should have punished the hop kick harder, and that would have probably made all the difference.
Yep. But Alisa Nation, let's get it. So
Line up.
we in this and use the rage drive. Let's get it. I think, yeah, and on B's side, just small things, like you said, not punishing hard enough. Because like the difference between, like, it's the difference between you winning a round or taking the game or not because of something like that, which is so particular, but it matters so much because you let your opponent live, they can come back, right? So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he blocked the power crush that it almost looked like he was baiting out a panic option just like that, because he did rage drive, dash up, block, and Noctis has the new 13 framer, down forward 1 into the strike. You know, that would have hurt really bad and given him a knockdown, but kind of came out there.
You know how kind of like, it comes out so fast, you're like, okay, so you go to like the muscle memory thing that's the quickest.
Right. Caught him by surprise for sure, so.
Because Shadow he hasn't been doing it like that. He's been using back forward too. So.
But yeah, that one wasn't so much the problem. It was more having the hop kick optimal punish ready should be super natural with your main character. Because Noctis has, what is it? While standing 1-1?
That's what I thought, or like 2, whatever that thing is. Yeah, exactly.
1-2.
Yeah, it hurt really bad, and yeah.
Anyway, we're game 3.
I just love this. I'm just having so much fun watching it. He's been hitting,
Yeah, that's twice now. See?
Scrapping.
The running two!
Started doing running twos.
Yes! Oh, that's so good!
What is that? Not quite dead though.
Should have done up forward 3-2 potentially, but it's hard for me to know.
Ow. Oh god. Momentum is building.
Nice low parry. He's so good at low parrying.
That's a really good low parry combo. Jeez.
Oh!
Gee. Explosive with the punish.
He's playing like he wants it, man. He's not waiting for anything.
Emo man.
Look at that damage!
Keeping it dead even. That was a nice comeback.
This is insane. Alright.
Oh my god. That move is money.
Best move ever.
He's so perfect with it.
Yeah. We were talking about that before, the placement on that move that he had.
Oh my god, yo, he's all in. No fear. No fear.
Emo man.
That's a disrespectful low. I like it. Whew, look how much that does. Yeah.
Nice addition, indeed. Shadow's looking kind of like frozen again. He's not using the moves.
He's using the movement. Oh!
This is unreal.
He has to be willing to, he doesn't have the muscle memory for back 4-4. There's a couple times where he missed the, like whip punishing in really important places.
That's dead.
Wow. That was nice.
That was just a steamroll. Once he got those down there, got those 2s off. Jeez.
That was nice. Yeah.
Like it's a perfect way to like set the tone for the round and everything, right? Like when you get hit by that, like the other guy is just thinking not nice thoughts, right? He's tilted. He's like thinking, about that moment.
Stupid move. It's a stupid move, man. Why is that in the
game?
game? Yeah, that's a tilting move.
Yeah, especially if you whip your get up kick too, which did happen last game, and
just for that,
you just see your light flash before your eyes, and that thing just comes out, right?
That's a huge call out, yeah, because he was scouting the get up kick specifically right there. So
I do think that I think Shadow using Alisa still works. but he's gonna have to, like I said before, be way more active. Or if he doesn't feel comfortable with that, then go to Ling, because Ling can still do it, but she has to be closer. And you have to be more careful of Noctis, his 2-2, his down 4-2, stuff like that. Yeah,
I don't know if the like matchup was really too much of a problem, because
I didn't think so either.
I saw him like building up momentum and poking him down. It was really just you know, the opportunities are there. Like there are strings to duck, there are down forward 1-4s to duck. There are down back 1+2s to just block instead of losing 67%. But he did make the switch, so he wants to change this up quite a lot.
Yeah, and that was
Won't be worth
right away. He's looking for down forward 2.
And that's one nice hop kick.
Okay, get off the wall.
And Ling plays at a way different pace, so that could maybe be something that Shadow needs for this. I completely forgot about the soundtrack.
But Phi really threatening with strong whiff punishment. Shadow cannot be like throwing out any stray buttons. Everything's got to be in range right now.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
That was so sharp.
Well, I guess maybe Shadow did something in AOP. Nice punish!
Just what a time to rip. Downstairs. Trying to reach, but she cannot.
Oh, good old Ling.
That's gonna hurt though. Jump over? Nope.
He needs this round too. This is a big round for Shadow.
Chop them legs!
Yeah.
Alright.
Dominant. Perfect.
A little something.
Force slide 3, he loves it. That was a huge move against Joe Crush.
Yeah, mix. Oh, nice!
Call out.
She smelled it.
Yeah.
It's a little fishy.
He's had enough.
Ling stuff.
Fight his way off the wall.
Yeah, Phi playing. Whoa! Whiff punish! Oh my god!
This long range whiff punishment is really coming into play. Shadow's getting too overconfident with how much he can whiff with this character.
No duck. I think people are used to saying that.
Couple of mistakes from Shadow. Let him get off easy.
Okay, this is set point.
Yep.
Oh god, that move is so...
Wow.
Nice step.
Right now, Ling is not looking like the choice, and he busts out the down back 2 finally. No, does not bite on that.
Tried that.
He's feeling so comfortable. He's ripping whatever he wants.
Conversion.
Boom, boom.
Oh
Okay,
man, final life. Okay, nice break. Oh
no! The bite. Plays it chill on the punish too. Doesn't like want to run into anything crazy.
No!
Shadow's last stand.
Oh, not no for this one, but he's still in it.
PhiDX taking it over Shadow.
He played so well.
Looking super just in control, right?
Listen to Joey.
He must have. And also, I mean, he looks like he just, you know, he knows the matchup really well. Like, he knows his options. He knows how he can control that range versus Ling. She has to go to him. She has to do a lot more. And Noctis has so many options to deal with her. Down 4-2 being one of the biggest ones.
But there were a lot of moments that just, like, really indicated like, a ton of preparation, like, presence of mind. I mean, like... What was it, the back turn 3 that Shadow whiffed, and he was ready to down back 1+2, like super specific long range whiff punishes, and Shadow could not fall into his comfortable style of like kind of throwing out certain buttons at range, like thinking it's safe because I'm playing Ling, you know. Phi just blew out that entire game plan. Yeah. So he's gonna advance to Grand Finals, winner's side.
Awesome. So who will meet him there? So we will find out.
We got a couple contenders ready, lined up, hungry, ready for their shot at the glory. We got Fuzzy Wubbles. Yeah, I mean, these guys are exactly those. They're contenders. They're up and comers. They're not Shadow. They're not PhiDX, but they are next up. You know what I mean?
I do think Alisa can sometimes play that a little better. She can come in when she wants to. She doesn't need AOP to get in. She can step him really well. Yeah, I think Alisa might be better for it, but who knows? It doesn't mean that Ling is bad for it. I just think Alisa has an easier time with it.
I think Cuddle is right. First of all, she's better than me. Second of all,
also being winners finals.
Second of all, Alisa has such a monstrous backdash that things like 2-2-2-2 don't necessarily work.
She knows her guy.
Yeah,
Or like
the homie. Let's get it.
like there are so many situations like a 2-2 down 2. She can just escape. Ling has the advantage of back 1 to interrupt a lot of situations, but it's minimal reward. And a lot of her setups that are unpunishable die to Noctis' sword.
Is there anything new today from him as well?
Anyways, let's talk about this match.
Probably could hold back even more.
So, what I like about these sets is I went in with a lot more of a blank mind. Something I like about playing Shadow is I don't feel like I'm preparing for dumb mixes and stuff. I'm really playing against him. So here I'm trying to get a sense of like, what is his rhythm? What is he going for? That was just a whiff punish. If I were more prepared, I would have got a better whiff punish. But like, a lot of my stuff is like checking him. So I'm not necessarily collecting data, just seeing which... Well, I am collecting data, but it's like, what checks are working? So here 2-2 didn't work because he stepped to the left instead of right. So that subconsciously tells me, it should consciously, but it should tell me that down forward 4 is going to be stronger. Notice this backdash again. 2-2 hit, Alisa single backdashes and Devilman is just completely whiffing. Seeing the entire set against Shadow, he was spamming or using a lot that mid-head move. It kind of looked like she's bowing. Yeah. It's a good move. Back 1 puts... It recovers fast. Back 1, right? Back 1, right there. Back 1 is super strong, especially, I feel like, against Noctis, because it puts her in full crouch. I think, what, she's +8 or something ridiculous? On hit? Yeah, she's +8 on hit. And it recovers so fast that Noctis really struggles to whiff punish it. It's a really strong move in the matchup. 100%.
Look at the weight.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the recovery is really fast.
Oh,
Ooh.
duck that.
Nope.
Nah, that wasn't any. You just like, it was a good match. That's all it was.
I was a big fan.
So I noticed he was stepping a lot of my stuff. The forward 1+2 felt like it was in play more. If I were confident, I would have whiff punished that with down forward 2.
Doing it on Shadow.
But then I noticed he was also mixing me a lot, so I tried to press a bit in between, and you saw me, it was getting me counter hit. How I kind of approached this, I feel like, was a lockdown style of game.
That was sick.
And then once I had him locked down, and I could get in better anticipation of when he wanted to press, I could go for things like down back 1+2, which are evasive, or we'll catch him doing a sidestep attack versus a... Or like a sidestep attack or backdash attack. Because he's playing so tight, right?
By the time you see him do the animation,
he's playing like really quick pokes, really short, using frames to put me in a mix rather than just going for a raw mix. So first I can play the poking game with him because my normals are also really good. But secondly, if I want to get something explosive, it's going to have to be with locking him down and getting him frustrated, which is kind of Noctis' shtick, right? Like, why would he press or move here? Because I've been locking him down with jabs and down forward 1s and stuff, and he wants a way out of it. That is so cheap. Do you guys see that? Look at this. Down forward 1, so he's -1. So he's thinking, oh, I can jab and beat another down forward 1. And then I do it again, and it goes under. How dumb is that? That's so dumb. Yeah, the tournament was character limited. Again, we're playing such a tight poking game. I'm thinking, hey, if he doesn't jab me here, I can get like a backdash, down back 1+2, and clip something. So I do a baby backdash, which is just enough to get out of range. So it's like a backswing blow that is safe. It's pretty cheap. And once I get him at the wall, the game changes. It's no longer trade pokes. It's he has to get away from the wall, or else he risks getting splatted for insane damage. So the forward 1+2 is to kind of like remind him, like, hey, if you duck or move, I'm gonna like catch you and splat you and get a huge damage thing, right? Noctis is thinking about that. He challenges back and tries to generate some space. But I really want to keep him at the wall here. So if you watch me play like in an infinite or like in a round 1, I would be backdashing away. But I don't want to backdash here because I have him where I want him, at the wall. So I dash in, down forward 1. If I backdash like that, probably like 3 away just to like make something whiff, but I'm going right back in to try and keep him there. That was a big tell. 2-2-4-2 didn't get a huge punish. That gives me a lot to work with.
Right now, you need it.
Check this out. Down forward 4. I'm trying to scout if he's going to duck it or not.
Right.
He did a little flash duck there. You see that? So not only am I scouting it, but I'm also planting the seed that, oh, I'm only going to do it once. Don't worry about it. It's just a small poke. And look at how many mids I've been doing. Mid, 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 mid. I did a forward, 1+2 earlier, so the Devilman's going to, like, probably going to work. It's a little obvious, but it's a 50-50. Ultimately, you have to guess. 1-2, 1-2, down forward 1, try to duck the jabs back, and then down back 3 is so good, catching his backdash like that. What's up, L. Rapson? How's it going?
I think he's a little too passive right there. Like,
Cuddle raised a good point. Like, he didn't do any power crushes. He didn't hit me with like on this situation. Down forward 4. I would lose to Alisa 3. At least a power crush, but the threat of the string extension forces her to hesitate. That's another reason why characters like Fakumram or Josie, characters with string extensions, are really scary, because just the threat of it forces you to defend differently than if it's just a one-hit down forward 1, right? Or think about like Kazumi and Heihachi. Down forward 1 alone shouldn't be that scary, but the extension that will splat and kill you is scary. So it looks passive, but it's also like, if you answer, you might die. Is that what you want to do? I hope not.
Because what happens is you're just playing defense the whole time, and it's...
But looking for a window 2 turn steal is really big.
I don't know. You're not as active, but a 4...
Like, if we think back to the Kazumi matchup I was playing against Sam,
somebody up real quick. But
I mostly played a passive defense. But looking for a window where I really know they're going to go twice in a row, and getting a clutch duck against a jab, or getting a parry against a jab mid read, or getting a low parry.
Sort of shut down Shadow.
There are options to go for
just hang back a lot, annoying pokes.
Exactly. There are options to defend against and counter this without doing a move necessarily.
So much range right on billing over.
Especially if you have parry, if you have a good sidestep, power crush, right? In that situation, the moves I selected were designed to threaten an extension that made challenging it difficult. Specifically, down forward 4, 2-2, all these things that, like, he could keep going or he couldn't, and that's ultimately what makes Noctis scary. Consider a wide open infinite stage. Are you more scared of Anna ducking in your face, or Kazuya wave dashing in your face? Or are you scared of Noctis pressing 2-2 forward 2? I'm a lot more scared of the first two, because if I don't guess right, I die. Whereas if Noctis makes me guess wrong, I just like, okay, I take a down 3 or something. But Noctis at the wall, if you guess wrong on a low, okay, well, I'm at the wall, so I probably took combo damage to get there, right? So I'm getting poked down even more. So I have to kind of duck. But if I duck these explosive mids that are homing, safe, or have high extensions, counter hit splat, it's a lot scarier. So Noctis at the wall is a completely different character. So even though I like infinite stages, I did for a long time, and there's a big stereotype that Noctis is forward 2, he has all these things, so infinite stages are really powerful. I think Noctis' wall game is what makes him disgusting in tournament. So, in general, but also in tournament, where the pressure's high, they have to guess. It creates more pressure in his move kit, in his moveset, than exists by itself in the open. That's my thought on it, anyways.
I think Alisa still works. It's good that he stuck with her, but like more.
So when he took me to cave, I was thinking, huh, you know, is he going to get a lot off the floor breaks? What is the stage like? I'm like, I can get him to the walls a little easier here than on geometric.
You also don't want to be too passive.
This duck was just like, okay, I know Alisa has access to these high power crush, this high running move. What mid is he going to run in with that destroys me? If I can get an early lead here, that'll be disgusting. So a flash duck isn't risky in my mind there. And with the distance to the wall, it gives me a huge possible advantage. Not to mention balcony and floor break potential.
Shadow trying to make it up with the lows.
Down 2-2, this down 2-2 and 2-2 forward 2 are things I like to try earlier rather than later.
Oh, what? Wait, what did that happen?
Because if it shows me they're not going to duck it, that's good, of course. But also if I plant the seed that it exists, they might try to duck it and it'll save me from a punish that might happen otherwise. Basically, representing the threat of the mind game so that the mind game is guaranteed to exist, rather than always doing the exact safe thing and never planting that seed, you know? Because I used to do it like, why would I take the risk of them ducking it and going high and launching me? Like, Shadow's good enough, he'll know how to do that. But if I don't plant the seed, then he'll always know my down 2 is just a down 2. And then he'll launch me at some point. So it's like, I get way more mental advantage by representing the threat of it and continuing to have that threat exist in his mind than always doing the safe thing and giving him less to think about, you know? If he has to think about, dang, is this down 2? I tried to low parry. Should I keep ducking? Should I not? Oh, I missed a punish. Is a lot more stressful than, oh, he did down 2. I'll just launch him next time, you know? Kind of making your opponent go through more mental hoops than just having a prepared answer they can load up is so strong. That said, it changes. Say he punished me immediately there. That mind game will still exist. More like the level of frustration will be different, right? But if he punishes me there, that mind game still exists. He might think next time I do a down 2, well, I should just duck and he'll do it and he'll die. And then he doesn't happen. So I'm not saying throw out the unsafe thing all the time, but there is merit to letting your opponent know it exists and then trying to play that mind game rather than letting them boil you down to a few simple variables and then just having a prepared answer here and there, especially a player like Shadow, who's very, very smart. Like, if I reduce myself to down 2 means just down 2, 2-2 means just 2-2, then he'll just have an answer ready. He'll have like, okay, he's going to be -9 and he'll swing, I'll kill him. Oh, he's not going to swing, I'll backdash, you know?
Make it up with the lows.
That's what, in my opinion, unpredictability is obvious. Like, that's kind of an obvious term, right? But like, making your opponent have to think about more in standard situations. Because I'm using down 2 all day.
Oh, there it is.
This whiff is so sad, but that's just my fault.
Oh, there it is.
I was so afraid of getting hit by the chainsaws, I did an extra backdash. I wasn't confident. I could have done forward 2, forward 1+2. There's so many answers I could have done. But I wasn't confident. This dash block game, by the way, is a mix of things. I want to lock him down with my jabs and down forward 1 and 2-2. I have a health lead, so I'm not really trying to mix him per se. But getting in there and trapping his movement, especially with no rage. Plus, we're like, his back is to the wall, right? So again, more mental stress for him to deal with if he's at the wall like this.
Should just be chilling to get that rage drive.
That was luck. I wish I blocked this on purpose. That was my KBD.
Get that rage drive off. What a block.
I really wish I did that on purpose. John, thanks for the host. Hope you're doing well.
That was pretty greedy. That was pretty greedy.
So this is a read on our earlier interactions. So a lot of my situations, he would just block. Something, oh, if I put him at 0, I can go for something crazy. But he floated me. I think I went for a hop kick even, thinking he would just stay ducking.
New wall carry.
Love it.
The Shadow's patience really, it paid off in that his early patience shouldn't be using down back forward. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the justification is like, if I go for jab here, he crushes it. Like, what was the situation just happened?
Should just be chilling.
Oh no, I'm crouching. Why would he do that? Yeah, that's silly.
What a block.
Yeah, it's kind of a silly choice.
That was pretty greedy.
By the way, Landon, if I say something really stupid, call me out. I'm ready for it. And I like having more discussion about like what I can like think about better. So.
New wall carry.
Love it. Love it.
This is another situation. Like you saw that we saw X Magnax. Thanks for the follow. I say stupid all the time. Don't worry. Yeah, exactly. But if we call each other out, we get less stupid, right? That's the mish. All right. So check this out. You guys remember game 1 how I won? I did double down forward 1. Shadow's autopiloting this, and I wish I noticed this. I did not notice it. I autopiloted it. But check out every time not every time. I down forward 1 him on block. He jabs back.
Love it.
Jabs back, and the first game and the last game, he did the same thing. And I beat him unintentionally because I am carried by my character and just spam down forward 1. Look at this.
He was a little too.
Look at this. Look at how dumb this is.
Why didn't he finish that?
Down forward 1. Block. He jabs. I down forward 1. Oh, wait.
Rage drive it.
Wait, that's not what happened. Where did this happen? This happened here. It happened here. Sorry.
Oh.
Down forward 1. Block. So he jabs because he has the frame advantage to do so. And then mine just evades him. So if I caught on that sooner, I could have employed that here, where I down forward 1, and I could read his jab, and I could duck or get something crazy like that.
Nice.
But I'm carried by my character and just spam down forward 1. So, no joke. I'm not even being sarcastic. I fucking just spam that shit. This is just a subconscious kind of mind game. I had no idea that would hit, but I do know he's not really ducking it.
Yeah, I see why he did it. But it's not that kind of.
So I'll just keep going the string, and then after the third hit, it's a hit confirm. So I see that happen, and I'm just mashing 2 after.
Deficit can make it up.
Oh god, that was
Cuddle points out that it's an attempted punish, but that doesn't work.
That kind of pushback move, I don't think.
Notice this. This is really cool too. This is subtle. I'm -5 after my throw. Shadow does just like a mid poke to try and check to make sure I'm not doing anything silly.
Maybe 1 frame too.
And that's good info. Because if I know he's going to check me, that gives me access to backdash down forward too. The next level of the mind game is if he is confident that because he checked me, I'm not going to do anything, I could do something super disrespectful, like up forward 1, get for like a counter hit. I could do hop kick if he goes for a low. So that's another level of the interaction, is like somebody goes, you're at a disadvantage, let me check you, make sure you don't do anything. Okay, you're checked, now I'm safe. And then the other person just goes, oh, let's get him. Now you think you're safe, so I'm going to clap you. Does down for 1 avoid Alisa 4? It doesn't. Unfortunately. That would be hilarious. That's something I checked after this match, actually. I was like, I wonder if I can avoid her 4.
Right, exactly. All right, he's being kind of passive, trying to find an opening, but don't want to get pushed to the wall because, you know.
That's another interesting thing is Shadow will rotate between checking with moves and checking with movement, which isn't a Shadow unique thing, but it's helpful for me because I like that.
Kind of passive.
At least a small Tekken is not the greatest. It seems to me that Cuddle profits a lot off of really strong power crush reads, full crouch mixes.
Pressure. He wants to push him towards the shadow. He wants to.
So like, look at these down forward 1s. These are movement checks for me. Like, I don't want him to move. I don't want him to dash into me and like mix me. I don't want him to like full crouch me. I just want him like keep him in check. Now he could sidestep it, and later in the set he actually does. He sidesteps it knowing I'm going to spam down forward 1. This is a key data point too. He did not duck down forward 4-2-4. I don't know if it was just because he's focused on playing his character more, because he can duck it obviously. But that gives me a lot of info for not only this set but grand finals.
It's not too big of a mountain to climb. Just get these 2 rounds.
That's crazy. Jab, jab, lock him down, sidestep to avoid a possible counter, like a counter attack. And I'm like, he's just blocking. I'm gonna go low. And then he's on the same page. He's like, I've been blocking everything, and he'll probably go low. That was really bad.
He needs to adjust though.
I don't know why I thought that was launched. Probably playing against too much Cooney.
It was tip range. So
Oh my god, what was that?
I was reading a low, but a grab at that point is basically the same, right? My second down 2 is reading a dash block in. It is launch? I thought I just had the low parry. Is the tip range?
it was tip range.
My muscle memory is ahead of my brain, I guess. Yeah, the double down 2 is catch a dash block in or a retaliatory attack. It would lose to a hop kick, obviously, but the range is so high and it's so hard to punish. It's like very low risk for Noctis. This 2-2 is a movement check also. She gets 2 on one. That's whack.
Wow, that was.
Or maybe even, I don't even know the frames, but it's not punishable.
That was an attempted whiff punish. That's the recovery is so
It's not
fast.
punishable.
That's why he did it. Oh, okay, I got you.
Ooh, nice.
Frames, but it's not punishable. That's for sure.
Here's a good example of what I was talking about earlier. So we showed that when I did a grab and I was at -5, he would down forward 4 to check me, to stop me from pressing. So this time I did 2-2, went -9, and just did an up forward 1 anyways. And actually, look, he tries to check me. He does the same down forward 4 poke to probably check like a jab, like a, I don't know. I don't know why he did it there. But in my thought process is, well, last time I showed him, the story I told him last time was, oh, I'm -5, I'm going to press. You checked me and beat me. So I'm not going to do that again. But I just do it again. And then that's why the up forward 1 hits.
No, it is not. Ooh,
And it's a lot of, the mind game is a lot of that. If the, I forgot, Vash Ketchum, I think, if you're still here, the mind game is a lot like that. Like, am I going to do the same thing twice? Am I going to change and adjust? How does it go? And that's kind of the human interaction part that's beautiful about, like, think of like fighting games and any kind of competition.
Wow, that was.
If she hits a tip range, she gets 2, and that's why you did it. You can't confirm it, you get it free. So if you block down 3 at tip range, just commit to duck. That's a good note. I'm going to write that down. Thank you.
Easy. And you'll take it down first.
Oh, and it's gonna. Yeah, so now he's that wall.
And make him guess. Make him guess.
Oops, sorry.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Good.
That's a really nice option to finish with that.
All right, I'm going to back it up while I write that down.
Tip range like -8 or something.
So it's yeah. So I guess that's why I traded, huh? Wow, that was.
Or maybe even, I don't even know the frames, but it's not punishable. That's for sure.
No, it is not. Ooh, nice, nice, nice.
This should
At this
reach
point,
easy,
what do I do here?
And you'll take it down first.
Oh,
So, okay. So
Yeah,
decision-making, more decision-making discussion. Any Noctis players, this is for you guys. And defenders against Noctis. So I wall break. I can't carry him to the wall. I did way too many hits. It would lead to another interaction. At the HP he's at, I'm like, okay, I can do forward, forward, 4, get this guaranteed safe Oki situation, and reduce it to like maybe 1 or 2 interactions, right? Ideally 1, but depending on the reward, I can reduce it down to 1 and just go for a kill. So in this situation, if he gets up right away, he dies to 2-2. If he stays down, he gets refloated by down back 1, 1 plus 2. If he side rolls, he dies to roll shield. That's the rock, paper, scissors. I can cover multiple, except for get up. I can cover multiple. So what I do is I roll to cover side roll. I see he did an instant get up. So instead of doing the shield right away, I do a full crouch mix. I also don't slide. Slide is really dumb here because you can see like it's kind of like you're committing to an unsafe option.
Yeah, so now he's that.
Whereas I could go for a timing catch. And the odds of them pressing here are so tiny because it is a Noctis favorite situation that creates a rock, paper, scissors. So Noctis trick, if it's last hit and you go in for like you can cover the side roll with the roll. If they get up right away, go for the full crouch mix.
Oh, nice.
He ducked 2, so good on you. Yeah.
Really nice option to finish with after the tailspin.
That's a really good way, and like I can't think of other character analogies here, but some kind of situation where you can cover multiple options. This is like a Super Smash Bros. Melee thing. You can do things where you tap their shield, and if they roll, you can still hit them, or like cover that. Or if you knock them down, you can cover multiple tech roll options. In this way too, I roll. If he side rolls, I react and hit shield, and it kills him. If he gets up right away, I don't commit to the shield, and I go like full crouch, right? Now, this full crouch could have failed too, but at least I cover both side roll and get up immediately. Or stay down. Honestly, if he stays down too, the empty roll is fine. I can just go for this low too. So this is a really scary situation for the defender. The only way he beats this is by challenging me. He would have to get up here and hop kick me. And that's really scary to do it at that HP when a hop kick, he would die to a punish. Pro Noctis tips. That's the only time I'm confident saying that.
Delayed the mix-up, though. Super smart.
Oh, there's the back.
So watch. So we just talked about how my adjustment to land that kill was disrespect, right? I did a 2-2 to up forward 1. So check out how this interaction goes. I hit him low. He sidestep power crushes, which would beat either... This would beat 2 things. Beat my while standing 4. Sidestep would beat that. And it would beat backdash up forward 1 or something like that. So he immediately adjusted to how I killed him last time. Watch this next thing. He goes full crouch on my face. Knowing that I'm not really mashing on the defense, I'm mashing when I feign a fake offense. Sorry, when I feign like my turn is over. 2-2, go -9. Then I attack again. So he's not afraid to crouch on my face and do a mix-up. He hits me, recognizes the frame advantage, anticipating my disrespect, does a standing 4, which would catch me moving, catch me swinging, catch me moving or swinging. That's it, just those 2. So Shadow makes an instant adjustment. That's really cool to me. Once that situation's over, I poke it down 2-2. Notice he doesn't duck again.
Can someone explain why that's like that?
It's not punished.
And then the rest is him kind of like stomping my ass, right? But like, how cool is that? In that short span, he made a crazy fast adjustment, and look at how it presents itself.
It's not punishable, but he's not ducking.
And then, of course, look at this. So I'm playing respectful, more or less. Like his, sorry, I'm not necessarily playing respectful, but his attempts didn't work.
It's not punishable, but...
And then I go for a get-up kick.
Big opportunity.
So if Shadow were really kind of like, okay, he's playing disrespectful, and noticed that I was still playing disrespectful, he might have been able to avoid that.
Now he's gonna just wait. Oh, he used it.
What a bait. What a bait.
So he starts disrespecting me, and then he kills me. If I punish these better, Joey Fury points this out. If I punish these better, it would have been a lot closer. But expecting my disrespect again and my dash in, he goes for the rage drive. That was a fee punish. That was ugly.
Crouching thing that you get, right? Yeah. Or whatever that was.
But that of the many things that separate pro players from us humans, that's one of the big things. Immediately making timing changes, immediately making mind game changes, and like the idea of respect, disrespect. I think those are kind of misleading. Not disrespect of you as a player, but disrespect of the frame situation. And the ability to quickly change those is ridiculous. Power Crush is -13. So I could have done down forward 1-2 and a knockdown into Oki. It was really bad of me.
Was more should be because Noctis has what is it? While standing 1-1.
That's what I thought, or like 2, whatever that thing is. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurt really bad, and yeah.
And the thing is, all of that analysis, I'm not really thinking about in my head. I should be, or it'd be cool if I could. But really, it's all kind of happening subconsciously, like, I'm in pressing mode, I'm in not pressing mode. Maybe with this sequence of moves, I'll be in pressing mode. In these, I won't be. So I wish I could claim, like, oh, it's all calculated, but it's really not. Like, everything's happening so fast. Like, look at that get up 3 again. What's happening here? I'm sidestepping, getting clipped.
That's what I thought, or like 2, whatever that thing is. Yeah, exactly.
That was a good whiff punish, damn.
Yeah, it hurt really bad, and yeah.
Take my turn normally. He does another turn steal. Turn steal is a soft term here. He knows that he's unsafe, and I might... Thanks for the follow, Tim Stack. So look at this situation.
It hurt really bad.
He's -8, so I swing.
Yeah.
He hits me, he's minus. So he's like, okay, he's probably going to swing. He sidesteps, and then goes for an instant hop kick. Notice how he didn't react to my sidestep? He read that I was going to do like a jab or down forward 1, and instant hop kicks. Happens to clip me because I sidestep and don't block. But I think it's clear to notice that his intent is to catch me pressing.
He's been hitting,
Yeah, that's twice now.
That said, it's weird that he would choose to keep going. That's -9, just find a check. Yeah, okay. It makes it interesting to me that he chose to do a thing that would run into my get-up kick, considering that he was anticipating me pressing in the first place. Thank you, Tin Warrior. Like, if he's expecting me to spam press, why is he coming into my get-up kick? That tells me that he is not fully cognizant of the situation and is probably coming in just really aggressively, right? Like, just going. And that gives me intel. So after this situation, I'll probably look for situations where he keeps going in and see if I can get a counter hit, see if I can get a punish.
Started doing running 2s.
Yes.
And that's where these sidestep decisions come from.
Yes.
I wish I did something better, but you see him do it again. He anticipates my jab, does a sidestep hop kick, and destroys me. Catches me on an Oki situation. This is another cool thing. The non-hesitation Oki on a sidewall. Sidewalls create, like, hesitation, right? On both sides.
But it's hard.
Sidestep right? I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I know sidestep left and her chainsaws. But I don't think there's a definitive sidestep right.
Momentum is building.
The moves you're sidestepping are her running thing, her down forward 4.
Nice little parry.
The only reason I say sidestep life definitively on her chainsaws is because it beats everything except homing. Thanks for the follow, Blast03. What'd I do here? Was this a sick low parry?
Oh, God.
It's interesting because I get hit by this one, and I felt like I could see that one. I don't know if it's because he delayed it,
God.
but it looked so seeable the second time. I distinctly remember in-game, like, dang, I felt like I could see that. And probably because he delayed it.
That's a really good low parry combo. Jeez. That's a really good low parry combo.
This is just like what he did with his sidestep hop kick. I think he's going to get up and press or get up and duck. And my answer is loaded in advance. There's no reaction there. And it's low risk for me because in this situation, how is he going to get up and punish me right away? And this is all subconscious. I wish I could say, I know he's going to do this, but I didn't. Same thing with that challenge. He's going a bit crazy. And I know that because before, he did instant sidestep hop kick like twice, right? In the sidewall situation, he just went for me right away. He's not afraid. So he checks me here while I'm in my KBD, and then I just interrupt his like follow-up to that check. I don't even know what the frames are on that. Alisa down forward 4 on hit.
Keeping it dead even. That was a nice comeback.
He's +4. So realistically, I probably shouldn't be doing much. And my move was 19 frames slow after that. So just getting a sense, is your opponent afraid? Is your opponent not afraid?
That move is money.
And I get the sense he's not afraid because down back 1+2 is hitting. That was a shitty combo follow-up.
We were talking about that before, the placement on that move that he had.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's not afraid. He's running into my counter hits. He's running all these things. So now that he's running, getting punished for not being afraid, right? Down back 1+2 is hitting. That delay was sick. I don't know if you saw that, but I delayed it a bit because he's backdashing. I delay it, and then he crouches. I don't know why. I just had a feeling something like that might work.
Wow. That move is money.
But now, I get the sense, okay, he's taking a lot of punishment for not being afraid. He gets counter hit here. He tried to press. So maybe after 3 interactions of not being afraid, let's recap. He wasn't afraid in this get-up situation, so I get a down back 1+2. He wasn't afraid in this check situation,
Like he wants it, man.
so I get a while standing 2-2.
That even.
He wasn't afraid. Where is it?
All right.
He wasn't afraid there to duck. He wasn't afraid to press here. So maybe after like 4 accumulated situations where he's not afraid, he might decide to hesitate. Demo man.
Oh my god, yo.
That's kind of an example of like a mind game rotation. And again, very subconscious, very fast.
Disrespectful low.
But these are the kinds of things you can consider as you continue to play against opponents of varying strengths. Are they adjusting? How fast do they adjust? Because it does boil down to a lot of guessing. And in-game, it's not going to be this complicated.
That's why I'll never forgive the Japanese.
Henry VT, thanks for the follow. And then look at this. He saw I demo-manned him and killed him. So maybe he should try to check me from just doing my mix-ups. Backdash, down back 1+2. And yes, there's evasiveness involved. So it's kind of silly in that sense. It's not a fair comparison. But it's a lot of like, he thinks I'm going to do a certain rhythm. Not necessarily a certain move, but he thinks, okay, I'm going to just hesitate. Or, oh, I'm going to come in recklessly. Oh, I'm going to like here. That 4 is an attempt to catch me coming in recklessly. Back 1. What is back 1? I just looked it up. -5. So if he expects me to come in recklessly, that would catch me. As an answer, I do a slightly slower and evasive move to catch his mash attempt. I don't know if it's fair to call -5 press a mash attempt, but I mean, it is a disadvantage. I just picked the right answer. So it is interesting watching that interaction, I think. And then keeping them flustered, right? Like they guessed wrong, they guessed wrong, they guessed wrong. And it doesn't have to be mid-low guesses. They can be rhythm guesses or approach guesses or movement guesses.
I don't know if
Couldn't have done the head drop? What's the head drop? What head drop are you talking about?
Like whip punishing in really important places.
Down 4, 1+2, you mean? It's not his main character, so I don't expect him to know the combo perfectly.
With your get up kick too, which did happen.
Let's hear what they're talking about here. That'd be useful. Hearing what pros talk about is freaking amazing. All right.
that was just a steamroll. Once he got those down back 1+2s off. Jeez.
Nice. Yeah.
This is a perfect way to like set the tone for the round and everything, right? Like when you get hit by that, like the other guy is just thinking not nice thoughts, right? He's tilted. He's like thinking, you know, about the
stupid move. It's a stupid move, man. Why is that in the
happy.
game? Yeah, that's a tilting move.
Yeah, especially if you whip your get up kick too, which did happen last game, and
just for that,
you just see your light flash before your eyes, and that thing just comes out, right?
That's a huge call out, yeah, because he was caught in the get up kick specifically right there. So
I do think that I think Shadow using Alisa still works, but
Aura.
You're gonna have to
Down back 1+2.
Before
I hit him like 3 times in that set with it. If not 4, was it 4? It was a lot.
Then go to Ling, because Ling can still do it, but she has to be closer, and you have to be more careful of Noctis, his 2-2, his down 4-2, stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah,
so here he switches to Ling.
Matchup was really too much of a problem because
and
I didn't think so either.
immediately I'm thinking, okay, how do I change how I'm playing against Ling? Alisa has the evasiveness, and Shadow likes to play with quick pokes, the full crouch mix and stuff. But I watched his Ling play earlier, and his Ling likes to do more crazy things. Go in AOP, go to back turn, go back to, like, you know, do all these mixes off of delayed timings. Versus Alisa, which he plays poke, sidestep, hop kick, poke, sidestep, down forward 1, low, right? Like, it's a very different thing. So against the Alisa, what I was doing was 2-2 to check his movement, check his poke attempts, check his approaches at range, jabs and down forward 1s to mix between my lows, and then once the harassment has set in...
That's why I'll never forgive the Japanese.
Thanks for the follow, Bob. Once the harassment has set in, look for opportunities to get counter hits, to get big explosive things like 2-2, up forward 1, right? Like tell a story with my approach and then contradict that story and get an explosive reward. So in the end of that last round, he was doing things like, okay, Phi's not playing the minus frames like a normal human. He's going minus and then swinging again. So I'll challenge that with a standing 4. Challenge that with jabs again. I'll check it with down forward 4. And then my plot twist to that is instead of continuing with a standard move like up forward 1 or 2-2, I'll backdash and do down back 1+2. And that's the power of the move. A semi-evasive, semi-safe, high reward launcher with evasion, right? So did I say evasion twice? I said evasion twice. You see how the story I tell him baits a certain response? And if I anticipate the response to that story, that's the profit, right? It's beautiful. Not what I did specifically, like the concept in Tekken is beautiful. So now that he switched characters, I'm taking this whole loading screen to try and... Wait, I didn't even do that. I skipped early. What I should have done is taken the whole loading screen to try and remember the story I was telling. How does that apply to this character, and how am I going to adjust? I don't remember what I did, so let's find out.
He did make the switch, so he wants to change this up quite a lot.
Again, 2-2 to check it. See how I whiffed, but he ducked? Ideally, I'm in a better spacing where down 2 is a threat and 2-2 checks his duck or his approach. But I missed. That was sick! So that's just a whiff punish, right? Standard whiff punish.
Yeah, and
that was sick. Awkward wall. This is a Noctis special thing. In this situation, full crouch down forward 1 will wall splat again. I thought he knew that, so I would have to go for the low poke. But if I knew he was going to get up like that, I would have gone for the crazy reward. Anyways, he continues in the same style as before. If he's at a slight advantage or slight disadvantage, he's probably going to swing again. Maybe low, maybe whatever. I'll just hop kick him. Which would beat my movement and my low. So that's a very... I want to say specific read, but it is probably by feel. But that doesn't mean it can't be specific. Check this out, too. No duck. No duck on the down forward 4-2-4. Huge information.
I completely forgot about this sound.
Also note, it's possible he's doing that on purpose. I don't recommend overthinking it, but it's very possible that he's not ducking it on purpose so that when it matters at the wall or in like a last hit situation, he ducks it and blows me up. That's really like Illuminati shit, you know? The odds of that happening are really tiny. I don't think that's the case. It's a possibility and something you can do. I don't recommend it. Tekken is already so hard that pulling it off is crazy. I'm sure at the highest levels they do something like that, but things are happening so fast, I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend playing the like 840 chess mind game, you know, like I won't block it here and then I will block it. So, all right, do the first 50. So yeah, I take it at face value. And I think in most games, in most PvP situations, especially in like a short tournament set, take it at face value. He's not ducking it because he's not going to duck it. And then be ready to let go of that if he proves otherwise.
Completely forgot about the soundtrack.
This is some Ling shit. He did not do this with Alisa. He did not sit in full crouch and wait and bait and go for huge reward stuff.
Throwing out any stray buttons. Everything's got to be in range right now.
That was lucky. I wish I could say that was on purpose. That was fucking lucky.
Throwing out any stray
I read. So what is Shadow doing? Keep out orbitals. Keep out big moves that are generally safe to catch me coming in. So I did a down forward 1-4, anticipating he would do like backdash orbital or backdash something like that, or challenge with a move. He did sidestep AOP, which should have won, and my move just happened to track him when he tried to swing. That's fucked up. That was dumb.
That was so sharp.
Well, I guess maybe Shadow did something in AOP.
Look at that. Okay, this is key too. Shadow plays a very solid defense where if I get a counter hit, it's because I was disrespecting a safe situation. -9, but safe. I went directly unsafe, and he leaned into a super strong punishment game there. It's possible also he was adjusting to before.
Trying to reach, but she cannot.
Either way, it paid off for me. Or for him, sorry. And look at this situation. So what happened here? Punishment to the wall, goes mid, colossal reward. So what am I afraid of again? Another mid. So what does he do? Oh no, sorry, even more. He goes mid again, low, and now I'm in his blender, and he can just go low again, no problem. These are all 50-50s, so it's not worth reading into it too much. But that can kind of influence your offense, right? I got huge rewards off the mids. Let me just go low the rest of the match. But he played that super cleanly. No hesitation. I'm sad about this because I meant to down forward 4. And I think that would have been sick because the way I walked up implied a down 4. But I misinputted.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm not afraid to admit when I did something dumb, but I would have been cool to get a down forward 4 there. Because he wasn't ducking any of them.
Finds way off the wall.
Yeah, Fee playing.
That was sick!
Yeah, Fee playing.
That was tight. So, backdashing, just trying to like... Because I'm expecting him to do orbital or an approach, so my dash blocks are very compact. I'm not trying to do too much at this range. I might look for a down 3, but even then, it's really scary against orbital. My dash block is successful. I backdash again. I'm anticipating anything. The backswing, his recovery is so long that the whiff punish is confirmable. That's so sick.
This long range whiff.
Remember how earlier I mentioned that after this, Noctis can full crouch down forward 1 if they get up? I expected him to do that. So I waited and then tried to do it, and it didn't work. So he's cognitively aware of the defense. This tells me he's picking the risky defensive option that you wouldn't do at like low or mid rank. He's doing that first. And then getting me to do an unsafe option. This was bullshit. Why did that track? Look at the... He stepped that. I'm facing... She's facing the camera. That shouldn't have worked. That was bullshit. But it worked. So that was the couple lucky rounds. He must have pressed something.
Okay, this is...
Mistakes from Shadow. Let him get...
Yeah, he pressed something. But even so, look at that. That's ridiculous. Good call, though. He did press something.
Okay, this is set point.
Yep.
That was sick.
Right now, Ling is not looking like the choice, and he busts out the down back 2 finally. No, does not bite on that.
Right that.
He's feeling so comfortable. He's ripping whatever he wants.
Conversion.
Boom, boom. Okay, one last breakup.
So I play this a bit slow. Ling has way too much to be, like, that's what I'm afraid of. So I was just playing it slow, not running into any, like, setups for that.
On the punish, too, doesn't, like, want to run into anything crazy.
I low parry attempt a low, because I'm -9. No punish. I tried to back 1, too. Didn't work.
Shadow's last.
This is something I notice watching him a lot, is he'll do sidestep AOP, sidestep something, not necessarily sidestep instant attack, so I felt pretty good with the down back 3 there. Another cool point in this match.
Wow.
Nice step.
Right.
2-2 on hit, +6. Down back 3, -2 on hit. So he's probably going to press. Sidestep down forward 1-2, like on a semi-read.
Now Ling is not looking like the choice, and he busts out the down back 2 finally.
I can't land on the females. I think Shadow knows.
No, does not bite on
I tried twice. He didn't duck any of them. And then this time I read like a sidestep attack or something. I wasn't necessarily reading an orbital,
He's feeling so
but up forward 1 clipped it, which is very nice.
Conversion.
boom, boom.
When people say carried by the character, they're not wrong. I'm not intending to beat that specific option. It just so happens my hitboxes cover that. And I wish it were cognitive, but it really isn't.
Plays it chill on the punish, too. Doesn't, like, want to run into anything crazy.
So this, admittedly, this game against Shadow had a lot of lucky shit.
But he's still in it.
Specifically thinking of round 2, where I get that I get this magic tracking on my power crush. Where I get this magic tracking on my down forward 1-4. That was Tekken 7 lucky shit. Like, I don't think I outplayed him there. Would Spear have worked after back 2?
Getting too overconfident.
Where? Here? He can react.
Wow. Conversion.
Boom, boom. Okay, one last breakup.
Final life. Okay, nice break.
No spoilers. This is so helpful in general. I'm glad it's helpful. That's really good to hear.
Doesn't like want to run into anything crazy.
Ah, that would have been a back 1-2 into a kill. You know what bothers me about fighting games? When people complain about why you beat them. You only beat me because you play this character. So if people say that, yeah, it kind of sucks. Especially on like a public forum or like when a better player says it. For me, I'm not really afraid to admit it because here it's true. Like down forward 1 beating Alisa's jab. Or the magic tracking hitting her. People will complain no matter what you do. At the end, I won. So, you know, like, it sucks when people disqualify the work you do and things like that. My take is like, people are always gonna say shit.
And also, I mean, he looks like he just knows the matchup really well. Like,
you know, people are always going to say shit. You can't really control what other people do, and it really sucks. But
versus Ling, she has
just hold that L, bro.
She has to do a lot more, and Noctis has so many options to deal with her. Down 4-2 being one of the biggest ones.
Let's listen to their commentary before we get to the next one.
There were a lot of moments that just like really indicated, I think, a ton of preparation, like presence of mind. I mean, like, what was it, that back turn 3 that Shadow whiffed, and he was ready to down back 1+2, like super specific long range whiff punishes. And
the thing is, I wish Joey was right. Joey has made a few claims about me that I wish were right but are wrong. So he said when I did the up forward 3 like 2 sets ago against the Kuni that was 100% confident. It was not. It's generally like a frame check. And then that one was recognizing a general long recovery and doing down back 1+2. It was not Ling specific so much as, oh, she's stuck in this animation, or you know.
Shadow could not fall into his comfortable style.
I'll never forgive the Japanese.
Kind of throwing out certain buttons at range, like thinking it's safe because I'm playing Ling.
Thanks so much for the follow, Mr. Fuzzy Wobbles. Appreciate having you in the stream as always. And thanks for the intel on Damus. That was a carry. I talk about that in my last video. I'll put it up, but like that's huge.
You know, Phi just blew out that entire game plan.
Yeah.
So he's gonna advance to grand finals, winner's side.
Awesome. So, who will meet him there?
I'm so glad I found your stream. Not enough Noctises. Thanks, man. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. I'm glad my stream is working out for people. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm glad there's people enjoying the content. Fuzzy Wobbles with the nosed smile. Very rare these days. Just make an excuse every time you lose to Kuni with, bro, I got distracted. She's too hot. Bro, I unironically say that every time I lose to a Nina. It's Nocti. Yeah, no, so like the Seattle guy plays Nina and he plays her like the leather or some shit. I'm always like, bro, it's not fair, dude. Not fair. My weakness. All right. I'm going to take a water and a pee break, but I'll play. It'll be like 2 minutes. Like, don't sweat it. Let's get some Final Fantasy music up in here while I go. Relax and reflect. Be right back, friends. I should probably stop the recording.